Hey everybody, thanks for watching The Great Green Room. My name is Julia. Today we're going to be looking at Baabwaa and Wooliam, written by David Elliot and illustrated by Melissa Sweet. Baabwaa and Wooliam is the story of two sheep friends who live in a pasture, who spend their days reading and knitting. Until one day, Wooliam decides that he's bored just sitting around. He wants to have an adventure like he reads about in his books. So he and Baabwaa pack a bag and set off. But unfortunately, they can't really leave the field. So they wander around the field, chatting and talking to themselves and listening to the bird song, when they run into another sheep, whom Wooliam recognizes as a wolf in sheep's clothing that he's read so much about. They run away from the wolf until the wolf stops them and asks about what Wooliam just said. "You mean you read about me? What does the book say about me?" Wooliam tries to show him the book, but it transpires that the wolf does not actually know how to read. So the sheep, at great danger to themselves, undertake to teach the wolf to read. This is a hard task because, in addition to the difficulty of actually learning to read, the wolf keeps taking breaks to chase them around the field, like wolves do. Baabwaa reassures Wooliam that this is totally normal for a wolf, and any way they could stand to lose some weight after sitting around for so long reading books and knitting. And eventually, an unlikely friendship springs up between the wolf and the two sheep. The wolf, with much better dental hygiene and a much better sweater, thanks to Baabwaa, and much happier now that he knows how to read, thanks to Wooliam. I thought this story was pretty cute. It's a nice twist on the reading makes you happy subgenre of children's books that you're probably at least somewhat familiar with. If I have one complaint with the storytelling itself, it's that it is a little bit too wordy. Honestly, a fairly significant portion of the words and even whole sentences could be cut out without sacrificing any of the story, without sacrificing any of the little bits of humor that you find throughout. Other than that, I did like it. Melissa Sweet has a very bright, cartoony, almost unfinished looking style. This isn't the first time I've read a book of hers that involved a wolf. I think she likes to illustrate those, and she does a good job. I especially like these little funny illustrations of the wolf suddenly bolting up and chasing the sheep around the pasture. I thought that the illustrations in the story went together very well. All in all, I don't know if I would go seek this book out specifically, but I'm glad I saw it at the library, and if you see it, I encourage you to check it out. I'm going to give Baabwaa and Wooliam a 3. As always, I want to hear about books that you liked and that you didn't like. If you read this book, I want to hear about it. As always, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe.